Hello. Nate Winters here. I'm the Director of Sales for Troon Vineyard and our certified sommelier. And today we're with Nate's Notes. Wanted to talk about one of my favorite wines at the moment, our 2024 Mourvèdre. Mourvèdre is really coming into its own on our property, so we're really trying to express it a lot of different ways. Mourvèdre from the south of France and Bandol is known to have a little bit more of this kind of pompous structure, heartier, denser wine with a lot of earth, a lot of meat, a lot of game, darker fruits, which is a wonderful expression. But what we find here in this bottle is a slightly different case, and I'd love to show you a little bit why. Even in the color, you can see it's a lighter red. These vines on the property are pretty young. Where we find ourselves, it's a 100-acre farm, half of it under vines. And under those 50 acres of vines, we have about 20 different grapes. And the idea is to make blends that showcase a sense of place. But we're learning that some of these grapes really, they work well in blends, but we like to showcase them by themselves. And with this Mourvèdre, we have it in 3 different locations. We use the 04 clone, which is rosé, and then the 1069 clone we use for red wine. The 1069 lends itself to a little bit more darker fruit character and some other reasons on why we like it for red wine. But the idea is younger vines kind of give us a little bit different approach than those older vines that give you real concentrated fruit. We've been making this wine in amphora for a couple years now, and this is the first time we've made this without amphora. This is 100% in oak, and we had enough Mourvèdre to fill both of our vessels, and then we still had some left over, so we put them down into barrels. After all of our ferments and it time to make blends in the spring, we found this Mourvèdre just from the barrels was really, really interesting and unique. So we wanted to bottle it by itself. And I think unique is a really good expression or a term for the expression, but it's also very much what Mourvèdre is. And I think a lot of people are starting to appreciate that as it's starting to open up more. Super tart cranberry, raspberry, almost red currant, but this kind of crunchy red realm is where we're living. I don't want to say any kind of like pink fruit or any dark fruit. We're kind of right there in that cherry zone, which is really fun, especially for Oregon. We're known for a lot of Pinot with red fruits. And I think in Southern Oregon, we have that adaptability in our climate to kind of go one way or the other. But this gives that sense of home to a lot of people. When they smell and try this, it's very comforting. At 12% alcohol, it's still very fresh, has a lot of lift. So I think this is a great example of what Mourvèdre is in its youth. And I think we don't often get to see many examples of Mourvèdre in its youth and how pretty it can be instead of being so fatiguing. So this is all barrel aged, no whole cluster on this, one clone from multiple spots of the property. So it should give you a great example of where our direction is going in the future with Mourvèdre. And then next month in the wine club, we have an amphora Mourvèdre coming out. We'll do another video to tell you the difference between the 2 Mourvèdres that we make. But for the time being, I hope you can get your hands on this. This is one of our, like I said, our favorites right now, and I think Thanksgiving coming up as well as another great reason to get a softer, brighter, fresher red wine. Cheers to Mourvèdre, cheers to you, and I'll see you on the next Nate's Notes. Thanks for your time.